A few sips though. Drake be swimming. All right. Hi, everyone. Thank you so much for tuning in to another episode of Take a Space Podcast. I am your host, Leah, and I'm here with all of my sisters. We have Shonda, Nariva, Jocelyn, Janai, Rachel, and Kayla. Today, I am a participant. Our host today is Drake, or Mr. D713 from Everythang Culture. Thank you so much for being here. Really appreciate you. So I'll let you take it away from here.
Oh, already. Hello everyone. Once again, I am Drake, Mr. D713, whatever you call me. I was trying to change my name from Everythang Culture, but that's the podcast. We'll talk about it later. But thank y'all. First and foremost, I greatly enjoyed probably all of y'all that was part of the stream Thursday night. And of course, knowing Leah through our intersectionality that we have with other podcasters and things, and she's been on my show, I've been on hers, and when she said she has like 9 siblings, I'm like really, how is that even happening like during this day and age? And I'm like, just seeing y'all right now all come together for a stream. I have like 5 brothers and we barely can get together in the same place unless it's a funeral. But I always say this is a great thing. And I don't know who recommended me to host, but thank y'all. Thank y'all so much for having me here tonight. I hope we're going to have a good time. We're going to be civil. We're going to smile. Because I was telling my cousin about it earlier today. And they're like, all of them at the same time, and like they ain't gonna cuss each other out. I don't know. So, but who's ever out here in the world that's listening, hearing my voice, and seeing our faces, I don't know what tonight's gonna be like, but I think it's gonna be great. It seems like they have come from a great foundation. I'm excited for it. But look, phones falling over. That's not. Hold on. See, that's the first thing. That wasn't her. That wasn't her phone.
So congratulated. Rachel, get it together.
Like, was that your phone or was that your top of your laptop that fell over?
No, it was my phone, because my phone is against the laptop and I got kids running around, so I'm trying to it didn't happen before, so
say less, because I was about to get on you right there. I was about to say, don't tell me you got one of them laptops with tape just keeping it together. It's like propped up.
Not the tape.
It's like propped up. If somebody bump a little bit, because that's how it fell over. But it's okay. We just how we living, man. No judgment. But this is the fun stuff we're gonna have. So I would like to know a little bit about each and every one of y'all. So let's keep it like maybe we got under a minute. Can you tell us a little bit about yourself? And I would like to start with Shonda.
I'm the oldest. I live in the Metro Atlanta area, work in the IT space, and I'm divorced. I don't have children, and probably what I enjoy most in my spare time is traveling. So I'm kind of going through it a little bit with being homebound, but my sisters and my friends have made it bearable, and I appreciate that.
Everybody follow Shonda. That was perfect. Okay, that was damn right there. Let's hop to Riva.
Hello, I am a mother of 2 children. Why are y'all shaking your head? Okay, I'm a mother of 2 children. I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. I right now work in the insurance industry. I do like to travel. I like to cook. I'm now embracing the idea of actually laying in the bed some days because of COVID. But other than that, I am the third oldest child, and I am the second oldest daughter.
Okay, where are you located now?
Texas, temporarily.
Okay. We with Leah.
Hi, as y'all know, my name is Leah. I am the third oldest daughter, fourth oldest because there's a brother between us, fourth oldest child, and I am currently in Charlotte, North Carolina. I work in the finance industry. Not married, no kids or anything, and yeah, COVID's really been kicking my butt, but being able to talk to everybody and stay in contact with my family has been of a great help.
All right. Thank you. Jocelyn.
She making a face.
She might not
gotta-
need a drink. She's still on mute.
You gotta
She don't know what
take
to
yourself
do.
on mute, Jocelyn.
Sorry, I had to do my motherly duties. All right, my name is Jocelyn. I live in the Austin, Texas area. I have 3 children. I'm married, and that's about it.
Okay. So, in the order of the siblings, where do you fall?
I fall smack dead in the middle.
Okay. All right. How about what are your interests are? Who you be with?
Food and traveling.
Food and traveling.
Definitely food.
Okay.
Uh,
Okay. Thank you.
Right.
One of my favorites. This is Jen Dai. Hey, we need a round of applause right there.
You got that. You did that.
All right.
Hey everybody.
Tell us a little bit about yourself.
I'm Jindai. I am in the Air Force. I've been in for 10 years. I'm married with 3 children. We are currently stationed in San Antonio, Texas. I'm now a recruiter. I love learning. I just completed my master's in psychology, so I'm very passionate about mental health. And reading is my escape from the world's craziness. Got to read every day. So, yeah.
I love it. Thank you. Rachel, talk to us.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rachel. I have 2 children. I fall in the line of siblings. I fall right behind Jindai. Some of my interests are shopping. I love dressing my girls. I was in the military for 7 years. I am located in California right now in the Bay Area, and that's about it.
Okay. Thank you.
groovy.
Last but not least, is
Hello, everybody.
KK,
Hey.
better known as Kayla. Go ahead.
My name is Kayla, and I am the youngest of all of them. I'm the last one. Really. I am currently in Texas. I don't know why I forgot. I'm in Texas. Yeah, with y'all.
Have you been drinking?
Right.
I'm in Really, I'm in Texas, and I also work in the insurance field. My interests are interior design, but more so I like editing videos and whatnot. So I finally found a school, and I'll be starting that hopefully sometime soon.
Yeah.
Yes, love it. Go ahead. All right. Thank y'all. So I just know we got Texas, we have Cali, we have North Carolina, and what was one more? Georgia. Okay. So when we starting out, I'm seeing being the oldest. I'm gonna go to the oldest. What is it like being the eldest sibling out of 10?
So I think it's so just for clarity, I didn't grow up in the same house with all of them. So my experience was more coming in on the weekends, hanging out, and then as I kind of grew older, went away for school, there was definitely a time to reconnect with them as adults and get to know them in an individual space and as adults, because my memories were, babysitting them. And
I can only imagine.
Yeah. And now that we're all grown, it's different because yes, we're related and yes, we're siblings, but you kind of have to reconnect and re-engage and learn what they like, what they don't like, and try and navigate that. So when it comes to like being the oldest, I would say some of them, I talk to them, we talk about all kind of things, life events, advice. I go to some of them and ask them for advice. They come to me. It's nice to have those bonds that don't break. I don't think that I can say that I have that with friends, but when you know that you have your family behind you no matter what, that's just an awesome feeling.
Beautiful thing. I would tell you that right now. Whole lot of gang stuff in here right now. Because when I tell you going back when we did just a stream and I was like, oh, new person in. I'm like, so who's it? Oh, that's my sister. Okay, who's that? That's my sister. I'm like, that's my sister. I'm like, damn. I was like, but I didn't. I don't know if I said that now, but I like that is support. They all even coming through, just being there for these occasions, it means a lot. So that's just not having a sibling, that's having true family and support. So that's a beautiful thing. So jumping to Kayla, what is it like being the youngest? Did you
You're making that face. It has its moments and its perks of being the youngest. I am glad that I'm honestly the youngest. I didn't have that much responsibility, to be totally honest with you.
mm,
But just growing up, it was good to know that I have more than one person to be able to look up to, especially now, and also ask for advice, even though sometimes I don't take their advice. But it definitely is more so beneficial for me that I am the youngest, because if I was the oldest, we're gonna be struggling together. So
once again, shout out to Shonda. All right. So, and now, y'all don't have to say your age exactly, but what is the age difference, the gap between Shonda and Kayla?
it's 20 years.
Shucks. Okay. So I think
Thanks, babe.
Jocelyn is the middle child, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, she sounded like she was the middle child too, by the way. So Jocelyn, hey, I'm
What
not
does the
doing
middle child sound like?
you. Sound like, man, sometimes we get on your nerves, sometimes we don't. So we hear the stereotype of being the middle child, okay, is mainly about you don't get enough attention. In the Johnson household, do you feel like you got the attention compared to your other siblings, especially your sisters? Oh, I love Jendai's. Like,
To be perfectly honest with you, no. I think that growing up, to me, I looked for attention.
Okay. How when you say you look for attention, do you look from your siblings or from the parents, or is just the whole gambit?
More so from the parents, not from the siblings. The siblings, we kind of rolled together. The girls, I would say, we kind of rolled together. So more.
I cannot deny.
More so from the parents than the siblings.
Okay. Let's see. So since we Jendai with all the faces, the expressions, I would say, I'm gonna go back. Would you agree? Because you're near the middle, correct?
Oh,
yeah, I'm right after.
Okay.
Jocelyn.
So since you're near, do you kind of feel the same way where Jocelyn was coming from, or?
No, I agree with her. Her reality. For me personally, it was different. I got the attention, but I didn't want it.
Why per se you didn't want it?
Because like when people pay attention to you, they start forming their own expectations, and I just want to do what I want to do when I want to do it.
Say that.
So yeah.
Okay.
Sorry, Janai, I just gotta say this. I never knew that. That's funny you said that. I've never known that.
Because I never told anybody.
Well, thank you for sharing with us tonight.
Wow, yeah.
Because the next question I have for the next great individual I will see will be with Riva. That I think a few people, I don't know how recently they found out, but I don't mind it. But the experience that you don't really like another name that you've been called, that you've been given, okay? How long has that been? Is that
literally, honestly, since elementary school?
Dang. Okay.
Yes.
And when did you start going by your new moniker?
So I use it for a lot of things. And I'm gonna tell you why. So the reason why I really didn't like it, it was often misspelled. People spelled it their own way. I felt like it was disrespected to a certain extent, especially from being in school. Even from correcting people how to say my name, pronounce my name, just genuinely reminding them. And then it's literally even at work, I'll say my name. They'll be like, "Oh, Tamika, Tina, Tiffany," and I'm like, "No, it's this." Okay, Pamela. No, it's Tamara. Okay, Tiana, and it's just like, are you not listening to my name? So, even I was actually named after my godmother, but I never really liked my first name ever. Of course, my family, they'll
I
call
thought you
me.
about to say you didn't like your godmother. I'm like, dang, that's cold blooded, man. Like,
No,
dang.
no. Now my family, I of course I've gone accustomed to my family, because they call me Tam. The nieces and nephews call me TT, but I genuinely never really liked my first name. I actually often gravitated to my middle name.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna try real quick. Is it Tamera?
Ooh, see,
Mm-mm.
I know other Tamara's name spelled like that. That's all the
That's
reason.
That's
that's
Tamara.
Tamara.
That's
That's Tamara.
Tamara.
Well,
Take
she
the
go
E
by
out.
Tamara.
Take
Like,
the E
It's
out.
2 syllables, no E.
oh, just Tamra.
Yeah.
That's even easier. But I guarantee if you ask me to spell Riva for a $500 question, we call Nisi. But but it's all love. It's all love. So
No, it's fine.
going to Rachel now. Rachel, you said you served in the military. What part of the
Yes.
military did you serve within?
I was in the Army.
In the Army.
Mhm.
Okay. So I see, and I've heard quite a few of y'all. Well, two, right? Just two?
Military?
3.
In the military. 3 in the military.
3.
Who's the other person in the military?
Jocelyn was in.
Dang. Okay. So I'm gonna start with you. What made you pursue the military? Oh, that's beautiful. Look at that. Look at that. See, that's the support I'm talking about.
Oh, Lord jeez. Okay.
So what made me go into the military was, for one, I know a big motivation was my sister Jocelyn, because she was like the first one to go in. So she was kind of like that.
Hold on. Did you hear that, Jocelyn? Did you hear that? Okay.
I would say, yeah, Jocelyn was like the first one to go in. So it's kind of like following that footsteps. And then the other part of it was trying to get out of my parents' house. Like that was the quickest route out. So I went to college for a little bit, even for a semester in Hawaii with my older brother, and that didn't work out. So came back to the house and was like, yeah, we're gonna go to the military. So that was a part of it, why I pursued it.
Okay. Thank you. Hop into Jocelyn. So when you went to the military, like, were you also in were you in the same regiment? Was it called regiment or
branch? I was in the Army.
Okay. How was it? Was it scary? Was it hard? Was it just like a breeze to you?
Honestly, getting into it, going into the military, it was hard when you first get there. When you get off that bus and they're yelling at you, and you're like, "What did I get myself into?" Then it's like when you go through boot camp, it's after the first couple of weeks, it's like, okay, I can do this. But then my first duty station was Korea, and I remember calling Tamara, like, tell these people I got a family emergency. I need to come home. Like, I remember calling her. She's like, it's gonna be okay. It's okay. I was like, no, Tamara, call the Red Cross. Tell these people to send me home. And so it was. I went through a lot of turmoil at the tail end of me going. So overall, I will say that my military career was decent, but I feel like it's more decent now that I'm out than then. if that makes sense.
It absolutely makes sense. Trust me. Thank you.
Thanks
Jendai.
for sharing that, Jocelyn.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We support you. Matter of fact, I'm about to write one up myself. But Jendai, since you didn't follow the branch, you went Air Force. So first of all, and you're a recruiter. I got a nephew. Yeah. He's trying to go to the Air Force, and now he's a little overweight now. Okay, he's a little overweight. He noticed. That's what he got hit back, and it was kind of hard. I wanted to tell him like, nephew, I'm 250, and you bigger than me. I'm muscular though, and I know I probably won't make it. I don't have to lose weight. But they put him on a strict diet and all that. But if we can slide him up in there, as long as y'all don't see no wars coming, let's see if I can call you for net. But anyway, so what directed you towards the Air Force?
So it was similar to what Rachel said about I got to get out the house. So that's the reality situation. So
it's real.
I knew I wanted to get my education, but I couldn't afford it. I got a partial scholarship, but it was out of state. And of course, you got to pay out of state expenses and whatever. So I was just like, okay, so that's not going to work. And then I talked to Jocelyn how much she loved the Army. And then I talked to our cousin Tasha, who joined the Navy. And she ain't like it. The Marines was never an option. So I was like, all right, let me go talk to an Air Force recruiter. They were there, and then I signed up. So that's how that happened.
Go straight in it. Still enjoying it? You think you made the right decision?
Oh, absolutely.
All right, loved it.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh my gosh.
All right, just have to put it out there. Wow, that's why all y'all should put. We support y'all. Okay. Since we got
really Jocelyn.
We got some military-minded individuals and, lovely women here. Leah, you didn't go to the military, so where did you get this mindset of bossing everybody around? Like I may ask, have you always been like and when I say bossing, I mean as a leader. I say you're when you see something, you see a goal, you go towards it. Has that just been something you had to take on as a sibling, and first of all, just by nodding or shaking heads, has she always been this way?
Yes. She doesn't care what anybody says.
Okay.
Tell them how you feel, Tam.
Right.
See, look, y'all, Riva. I don't know who Tam is. Riva.
Oh, her at the up there.
But Leah, it was there something did you always feel that way, or it was just like, did you know you had that personality trait? Or you just like it is what it is?
I personally think that it's only now that I'm realizing that it is a superpower. I never saw it as that.
I love that.
I've always been like yes, it is a superpower. It is a superpower. So previously, I would be considered like hard-headed or headstrong or whatever the case may be. But I really saw the way something could be, and I would strive toward that thing. As far as like getting everybody together, it's something that just naturally happens, that we get down to, okay, what decisions need to be made? Where do we need to go? What do we need to do? But I've always been of the mindset of, okay, how many people can be supported with whatever decision we have? So if we have to figure out where are we going to go on a trip, what are we going to eat, what's going to be most conducive to the situation. And so being from a big family, it naturally developed the leadership qualities that I have. And they just and now
I wish I can see everyone's faces right now. But no, I'm not
leadership. So yeah.
Because one-on-one, I'm feeling you. You speaking it. But as for your siblings, I want to know who's rolling their eyes. Who's like, here she go with this stuff.
Can I share a story right quick?
Story
time.
Story time, everyone.
Okay, so my dad did not allow us to go many places as a young children. However, if we wanted to get out the house, it was either to the park or the movie theater. So we went to the movie theater, we knew we'd be there all day. So my dad would pack snacks or whatever. The board decided that it was getting too late for us to be in the movie theater, and she said she was hungry. It was about 6 of us that was there. So somehow, some way, she was able to get popcorn, hot dogs, ices for everybody.
Leah?
It was
And
good.
I was like, where? I said, how did you pay for this? She said, don't worry about it. You're hungry, right? Like, what?
That sounds like her. That sounds like
And I
her.
was like, but she was able to like just talk to the lady. She knew we was there all day. Ironically, she knew that she knew the person that was there all the time working there. She knew that our dad would drop us off, for the whole day. I mean, of course, he was sending us with money and food, but it was like at times 6, 7 of us. It does run out at that time. He wanted to go to sleep, so send all the kids to the movie theater. So she made sure, and I was there nervous, like we didn't pay. She said it's already taken care of. Don't even worry about it.
Shout
So
out
she's
to Leah.
always had this like leader mindset, and she doesn't care. But I mean, she does, like she said, she does try to figure out how can she resolve the issue, or how can she include everybody, and how is everybody going to be, have good results at the end. So, hey, you got 6, 7 kids in the movie theater. They're quiet. They're in one theater, and they're happy. So that was good for the movie theater. So,
see that I'm telling you, we're hearing. That's what I was saying. I'm be interviewing your dad. We'll have him as a guest. Same thing, but it was a situation. I'm like, how is this possible? How? Like. And just like we're going to the movie theater and dropping all the kids off. So how many of us are 80 babies?
It stops at me.
Okay, wow. Okay.
Yeah, it stops at
So
me.
if you think about like now, like with the younger ones that are like not like taking kids to the culture has changed. You can't really drop kids off at the movies any longer.
True.
I used to work for CPS. But so, and, oh my God, because I've had numerous families of like 7. I think the most amount of kids I had in one family was 12. That was a lot of work, but just seeing how they all engage one another. That's why I would say, you have some that feels comfortable. You have ones that is the active one, the talkative one. You have the ones that got in trouble all the time. So, which one was y'all? So, who was the one that got in the most? Who had the most ass whoopings?
I want to say it was me. I want to say that of the girls, I think it was me.
Really?
Yeah.
You don't say.
Yeah.
Rachel's kind of like, I don't know.
It depends on what generation you talking about, because I feel like you got to split the like Johnson's. It's like I feel like it's I don't know, how can I explain this? So it's like Johnson's the middle, but I feel like me, Kayla, and my brother, I don't know. I was like, I think we got a lot of whoopings back then. So I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I can't really speak
I
for
think
the
But
height.
y'all got a late start though, and mom and dad stopped super early with y'all.
Yeah.
Like we had years.
I said ass whoopings. Did you get spanked?
No,
were you
There was
disciplined?
no
That was
spanking.
whoopings.
No, it was whoopings.
Everybody got whoopings. Okay.
It was whoopings. No,
Okay,
and for Rachel, to your point, I know that it may seem like a lot to y'all, but we had years before y'all came on the scene, so it didn't seem like as much as many punishments that were being passed down to y'all, but like before y'all even got there, like we was already deep in this.
Oh well, see, I can't speak to that because, like I said, it's two different realms.
Let me put it to you this way: with the older ones, mom and dad was still trial and error. Okay,
right?
They were still trying to figure stuff out. Okay,
Yeah.
So, Shonda, did you have to whoop any of your younger siblings?
Oh no.
Oh, that's good. Man.
Yeah, I was scared. It almost came out. I would have been like, I wish she would put her hands on me.
Yeah.
It was never like that.
No, I never got physical. I just tell them I'm not putting my hands on anybody.
There would be a report after every time we come back. Yeah, they didn't. No, she was
very efficient with my reporting.
She was the narc.
Yeah.
No,
between her and Tamara.
Tamara. I feel like Tamara was
Yeah.
No,
Riva. Okay.
Whoever she is. Okay.
Yeah.
She's
the one in the second square. Yeah.
Whoever you want to be.
She could not wait. She is over there pen and paper in hand. I remember one time one of my siblings was getting in trouble and I saw them get in trouble. I tried to make a break for the door. She's holding the door on the other side, closed, so I could not get out.
Okay, wait a minute. Okay, but wait.
My life is in danger right now. What are you doing?
In my defense, I was the oldest one that was actually there at the house. You have kids swinging from chandeliers, jumping out windows, taking the water hose from the backyard, spraying the big screen TV from the water hose to the bay window.
Hell no!
Riding through the house with rollerblades. You have kids
any of that.
Making surprise milkshakes. I remember one time they made me a milkshake. You know what they put in a milkshake?
I'm over here looking for my belt. What? No.
They put chocolate, they put milk, they put pepper, they put pencil shaving, corn in my milkshake and put a tack on the stairs for me.
In our defense, Cameron, you know what? Honestly, if you would have just mixed the cheese into the macaroni,
right?
We'd have been fine.
He halfway on the phone, cupcaking with whomever, and put stuff in the pot. It was like, here, y'all eat it. This ain't even cooked. What are you doing?
Y'all ate.
What are you doing? That's what I do. I had to start working and bringing home food. I was like, no, I'm not doing this.
And we thank you for the
parents are at work
and the drinks. We thank you for all of that.
Okay. Okay, I hear a lot. That was a lot of chaos. There was a lot.
Okay.
Yeah, but she didn't tell the big stuff. She didn't tell the big stuff. It was a little stuff. Somebody, so-and-so, it was so-and-so's turn not to wash dishes. So they need to get a whooping. You forgot. I know you were at rehearsal, but let me tell you what happened. So then this person was running in the house, and then I remember she snitched on me because I tried to touch her with the bathroom carpet. And she was
like, my gosh.
Wait. Why did you try to touch her with the bathroom carpet?
She was getting on my nerves. That's why. There was no other reason that she was getting on my nerves. And I was like, oh, you don't like it?
Hold on. I'm gonna go to Shonda really quick.
I have a question for Rashonda. I'm trying to stay on subject. So this is just for me. It's just from me. Why to me it seemed like you clean more to Tamara and Kayla. Right? Is that just me? That's not that way?
No, I have my own relationship with Sean, so I don't know.
No. When we were younger, when we were younger.
Yeah.
Like when she went, huh?
I agree.
Yes. Yeah, did it seem like they were helpless? I don't know.
I don't know. Like, come to think of it, because
wait, let Sean answer the question.
Oh, sorry. No, Josh was asking if we realized that. I don't know.
So you're asking if there was a reason for that?
Yeah, was it intentional? Was it? I don't know. Yeah, I guess that's what I'm asking.
I don't know, to be honest. I do remember forging a stronger relationship with Riva, probably just because, she was going through that phase of changing and growing and being a teenager where you guys were still younger. So trying to kind of help her navigate that, I think she needed more of my attention. That didn't mean that it would diminish from you, but I can see where, it might appear that way. And then I do remember a time where I had to bring Kayla to my house. I just felt like she was not being cared after. The parents had gone on vacation or something, and everybody was kind of doing their own thing. And I was like, okay, this is like a party house going on. Let me take Kayla out of this mess. So if nothing else, she's safe. I can't be there to monitor 24/7. I had a life going on. At this point, I was an adult, but I just felt like, let me make sure that she doesn't negatively
Get
impacted.
caught up with them. Get caught up with them.
They got our behinds tore
Look,
up.
I got a call every
They
day
got
because I came in. It was like after she got off of work, she came home. She was like, "Are you just getting out of bed?
Lady, it was a wild time.
Why are you just getting out of bed? It is summertime. There is nothing to do. The parents are on vacation.
No, it's something to do. It's always something to do.
It was wild.
Always
I never heard nobody yell on the phone like that before. Dad
I
called me
mean,
in the bed.
you know, I understood, like, okay, the parents away, you want to have a little bit of fun. I get that. But I just felt like, okay, let me make sure that, you know, the defenseless are protected. Like, they can fend for themselves, but Kayla was still kind of, you know,
she was the baby.
To fend for herself. So
Yeah, I absolutely understand that. And that it was kind of with Jocelyn. Thank you for your question, Jocelyn. Thank you for your response, Shonda. But it was kind of going to, I was going to ask, you feel like you weren't raised directly in that home. Mm-hmm. Did you ever feel like you missed out, or did you feel like, whew, you know, I had my own space, you know, because everything they were just talking about.
Yeah,
I come from a mixed family myself. I'm the oldest out of me and my one little brother in the house I was raised in, but I have several older siblings and a few younger siblings. And when we all together, my little cousins, I'm like, everybody get the hell away from me. I'm the outside. I'm like, but I wasn't like Riva. I wasn't a snitch. But
yes, she was.
I was never. I was never that. But I was the one that would physically discipline everyone. I put hands on. Thank you. So that's kind of two things. But did you ever feel like you were displaced, or
I've
you feel
definitely
like
felt both of those. You know, when you're not there, you do get that fear of missing out. But you also, you know, kind of get an inkling of what's really going on. It's like, ooh.
Tell me about it.
All right, thank God I can drive myself home and love them from afar. But I think, you know, when I think about my life, it's like everything happens for a reason. And having those two worlds helped me be the person that I am today. So I can appreciate when we get together, but I can also appreciate when I come home and I'm like, okay.
Digress.
Yes, thank you. So we're going to get into the spicy stuff. Well, it may not be that spicy. It might be mild. Did y'all ever have to lay hands on one another?
Tamara and Kayla. Tamara and Kayla. That's the one thing.
Hold on. Once again, let's go with Shonda. Because Shonda the only one to call her Riva other than myself. That's why they were so close, probably. Like, okay. But hold on, but Riva and Kayla, y'all got quite a bit of age gap, don't y'all?
10 years.
But you know how them youngsters do? They bust up every once in a while. She probably felt like she had to put her in her book.
Yeah, you have to. I understand. So, Kayla, what was you doing? What you doing scrapping?
I remember I was on the piano or something. I was playing the piano and Tamara came and pulled my hair. I can't remember what I did to Tamara. I think I was like, it just attacked her.
Kayla, we were outside on the lawn.
I remember the notes.
It was nighttime.
I remember the note that was written.
Okay, hold on. You know, I didn't even think about this. When I bring it up, I hope this is a long time ago. When I bring it up,
We're grown for that.
Statute of limitations run out. No charges.
Trouble. I wrote a letter to my parents. Say what happened.
Wait, say that again because you were cutting out.
I said to not get myself in too much trouble, I wrote a letter to my parents and tell them what happened. And so, but my mom was sitting there busting out laughing at me. You said what?
My dad was just like, Kayla, don't play. She don't play. The note literally said, she grabbed my hair. We went outside. I was going down and she was going down too.
Every single detail. So I didn't miss nothing. Everything that happened was on my paper.
So it was just mainly them two. Everybody else was kind of copacetic with one another.
That was it's really a one-time thing. I don't even know. I think I was trying to the funny part about it is I wasn't even living there. I was asked to come over to make sure everybody was doing what they're supposed to be doing. And she was on the piano, and I'm like, hey, X, Y, and Z. And she just dismissed what I said. So I was tapping, like, how like, hey, get up, get up, get up. And I went outside. She followed behind me down the stairs, and that was it.
Hey, right there, your response right there in the Riva let me know you pulled her hair too.
Yeah, you did, Tara.
You pulled her hair. You were tapping her. She wasn't paying attention, but you did a little tug at her hair. She might have a little ponytail.
And the bad part, the bad part about it is that she, on the note she wrote, she says, and I pulled her hair out her scalp. She pulled my hair out.
It grew back, didn't it?
It felt, hey, it hold on. Did you actually pull her hair out the scalp? Y'all fight like
that?
Oh my Lord. Okay. I gotta watch out for Kayla. Okay, KK don't play. All right. and that's is it. I was at that thing. Did the boys fight a lot?
There was like an age gap.
There was an age gap.
It doesn't matter.
Janai, I had Jandai scrap with Lewis one time in front of the washer and dryer.
Oh, I did.
Yeah, I remember that.
Y'all did?
Yeah, because I was trying to wash my clothes and he wanted to wash his clothes, which he rarely did his laundry. So I was just like, no, I'm here first. And he was like, no, move. And I was like, no, I'm not moving. So I sat in front of the washer, in front of the door, and he just kept pulling until he broke it. And then I was like, you got it. Now neither one of us can wash our clothes, okay?
Wow.
Oh, and I fought Joshua too.
Yeah.
I fought Joshua because
he hit you with a hanger, didn't he?
Oh, that was two separate things.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
So the funny thing is,
what, Joshua?
No, I said the funny thing is you go at it when he was younger, and I go at it when we older.
Now I don't got the energy, but when I was younger, because that was my honor roll medal that he broke, and so.
Oh no, we can't have that.
Yeah.
This right here made me want to contact my family and like we need to go to therapy, y'all. we got way less folks.
Therapy is amazing.
And y'all little fights are nothing. Them daily things we used to do. I'm talking about they used to call me and my brother the Tyson brothers because the way we used to fight, like, and they're not just with us, it's other people. I'm like, we doing full blows, somebody go get laid out. The blood will usually come, right? That's the thing about it. And even with the cousins, I'm hearing this, I'm like, they sound so sweet and going.
We had to, I think that for us, it was more of us working together and working through stuff because when you're doing stuff like lowering your sibling outside of a window of the second story of the house, or when you on the roof and trying not to get in trouble because you're just chilling on the roof, like you got to work together. There's more working together. So like Tamara and I, we argue like back and forth all the time.
And still do.
And still, I don't even know where it comes from. It just out of nowhere started an argument. And it'd be like, the pickles are on the sauce. And it's like, no, there's no pickles. And it just start arguing out of nowhere for no reason about pickles.
I can see that.
But that's but we tend to have to work together more often. So we don't come to blows.
And I also think that our parents did not tolerate that type of lifestyle for us. That was not acceptable in the household. They know, kids, to the defense, when in their presence, they did not tolerate that stuff.
Of course, everybody's on their best behavior in front of their parents.
Right. But what did Dad say? If somebody tries to jump one of us, take your instruments.
It's a wrap. It's a wrap.
Everybody better get in on the fight.
See, but I agree with Riva. Like, it's one of the things my family, that last part we agree on. But they also kind of pitted us against each other. They would like put us in like, okay, y'all can fight each other. So when somebody else jump in, y'all know how to fight them too. And now I'm an adult, and I'm like, that's really fucked up. Like, y'all treated us like some dogs, you know what I mean? And people don't fight dogs. I'm going off topic, but I'm like, but all in all being said, like I'm hearing positive things. Once again, shout out to y'all parents, man. Like y'all better be blessing y'all parents with some Father's Days and Mother's Days gifts like they can't imagine. But I ain't even gonna get on that, okay? So we seem like y'all had a lot of love in the home. So I see you, Rachel. Okay, but
I don't think I don't mean to cut you off. You said something. No, I don't really. But, you said something about I don't think that our parents put us against each other physically.
Yeah.
But at times it did seem like they put us against each other intellectually. The word, you gotta help me out. You know, I'm losing my words, but
emotionally,
academically, like it's like, you know, whether it be in sports or whatever the case may be. And so it was more we have more passive competitions than we do physical competition. So they know that they're not gonna like game set match do a fight, but if there are report cards coming out, or if there are events that are happening,
report cards, huh?
Yeah. Oh, Drake knows. I already told Drake. So yeah, it's coming on next episode. I mean, on his season 3. Yeah, he already knows. But
it was like when you said report card, I just thought about like I'm not a school person. Okay, I'm not. That's not my thing. That's why I went to the military. Like, no, that's
you didn't mention that earlier.
But I'm just gonna blame the. Okay. But I feel like instead of beating us, well, I shouldn't say beating. Okay, cut that out more. Instead of whooping us, when we got a bad grade, give us a tutor. Like, be like, let's go talk to this teacher. Let's figure out why it is you don't understand the work or you're not doing the work. I mean, those two different things. But I think I don't know.
I'm gonna say, even with Jocelyn, like you said, but it wasn't even just with grades as to why we did the stuff that we did. There was never well, can I explain to you what happened? It was never like asking us what happened. It was always, you did this is what's gonna happen. So we never got to explain ourselves to figure out what led to what, or that bad grade. How did we get a bad grade? Okay, we didn't understand. It was just, no, this ain't what you're supposed to be doing. You're supposed to be making straight A's, getting a 4.0. There's no reason why you should be getting bad grades. So I think to that, not just with grades, it's really with anything that I've observed in the household, was we never got to explain what happened, you know, why stuff led to the way it was.
But if your sibling can do it, you can do it.
right. That's a lot of what it was. And for me, I was pushed academically because I could. Like, they saw in me early, like academically, I could learn a lot more. I can do stuff that people, like, I was doing Tamara's homework and she was 2 grades up. And so I was pushed.
Shade.
It wasn't shade. It was not shade at all. I didn't say Tamara couldn't do her own homework. I just said that I knew enough to be able to do her homework as well.
The look on Riva's face.
It was not shade. It was just saying I could do the work.
Excuse me?
Yeah. but
you know what? I will never, after one point in time, I wrote something and she pulled that paper apart to where it was just a hot mess. She said, "Oh, you can't turn this in." And she said, "This is what you have to write." I felt so defeated. I never asked her for help ever again.
Hey, she's still like that to this day.
I remember washing dishes and my mom is like stressing. She is stressing, helping Tamara do a math problem. And Tamara is just like, okay, out of 100 is 60. But if you have the 20, where does the 40 go? And it was just like back and forth, right? My mom is like saying, like, it's no belt in her hand, but it's that black mama stress of just like,
say it again.
If there are 100. And so I clearly remember washing dishes and just be like, the answer is like 6. What are you doing? Why are you taking so long? And then my mom was like, don't even worry about dishes. Go to bed. And I'm just like, I wasn't trying to be mean. Like, I don't know how your brain is working that you didn't get to the answer was 6. But in life, like that's how we were like pitted against each other. So it's like intellectually, or if you're dating, if you're married, if you have kids, if you don't have kids, you know what I'm saying? And so I think that a lot of that was passive. And so we've learned to like communicate passively, like, oh, so you gonna finish school this time? Oh, okay, cool.
The things you really about. So
that's what it is.
We're going into that question because that completely
Camera.
that completely slides into the next one. So some of us have children. I think all y'all, if y'all have kids, you have more than one child. Okay. Do y'all see y'all doing the same thing with your kids, or you try something different?
I'm a
I would try
totally
something
different
different.
parent.
Yeah.
Something different.
So I'll go first with this one. So
You got it.
Kind
of where's no Riva?
She
She said she'll be
right
right back.
back.
Okay.
So instead of trying to be a parent to make your kids fit in this whole cookie cutter, however you want your kid to turn out, like you actually have to put in the effort to figure out what exactly your kid is interested in, what they're good at, what motivates them, because everybody's not the same and you can't use the same methods to try to get the same result. So we make sure that we put a very conscious effort to figure out what is it that you like, what drives you. Do you like learning? Are you an intellectual individual, or do you want to just go play outside and play with dirt? That's my son Drew. That's what he does all day every day. So like we're going to give you the basic necessities, but we're also going to support in your decision on what you want to do in your life versus what we want you to do. So that's the biggest difference between how I was raised and how I'm raising my kids.
I'm just I see she wanted to go first. I'm gonna roll my eyes at Jendai.
Ooh, that was rough. Ooh.
I got it right. Did I get it?
Yes.
Okay, I got it. Because she's a master's in psychology, and that's exactly what we've been taught to do. So, like, am I lying though? But especially if you did anything by child psychology or development. But I'm going into, and I would say that's the proper thing. But could y'all handle having 10 children?
No, I can't. No.
Yeah, no.
But Jenna, you said you want 9, right?
I do.
Yeah.
Look at Tracy's face.
What?
It's not
So and with that same thought process, you think you'd be able to handle that, knowing your siblings, knowing the household. With that top, and this is genuine. I'm not saying you can and cannot, but have 10 kids and have the mindset is let them all be free individual. Like, is it loose structure? I could say
it's not loose structure. It's just having that awareness. Like instead of just trying to put all your kids in choir or band or y'all gonna be on like it's not hard to figure out what one person likes to do. Why are you making that face?
Cause I make that face because once again, me educate psychology, sociology, child development, years in social work. Oh, unless one parent is absolutely not working. And maybe I'm selling it short, but getting to know all your kids personally, people, because they're people at the end of the day, and trying to invest in their interests and invest in your work, invest in your making sure structure everything's been taken care of. Once again, it may be a little difficult. That's why I say when I hear someone that have that many kids and have them grow up and be out the house and be I would say successful in living, I'm like, it's amazing. There's me, but it's like now, but they also had a lot of structure because now Leah, I've only heard from Leah. She tell me the stories how y'all was in church about 25-8, okay, and same thing, and you just said yourself that you're gonna be in choir, or you're gonna be in this, you're gonna be in that. They had to put things you in, and and then I'm gonna drop you off at the movie so I can go and take me a nap, get some rest, do what I need to do. I think it goes to that point, like somewhere I have to have this strict structure. They may have the intentions for you to be themselves, or they may like, we don't have time for that, because but I do agree the culture is changing. Because if we go even before this time, before with 1980s when some of y'all would start to be raised, like you know, they were like kids were meant to work and toil the field, you know. Cause trust me, like kids, how much y'all kids cost now?
What they say it's like 275,000, 250,000 to raise a child from 0 to 18.
A child.
Yes, one.
Multiply times 10.
That's all.
Did she say that's all?
But I'm trying to keep it a buck. But I just
Okay, Shadi, you got it.
Right, we'll send them over there.
yeah. But and that's just something I see we looking at, but I do see what you're saying, Jendai, about am I saying it correctly?
No,
still?
you said it right.
Okay, y'all coming. I'm working on it.
Conversation way down when we get over there. Just
But I do love it, and I know we still need to grow. So that's something that I'm. If you're on number 2, 3.
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, we have 3 kids.
3. Okay, you got 6 more to go. We're gonna follow up. Every 3 we're gonna follow up. We're gonna get an update. When you get to 6, you be like, all right, I'm good. The reason why you want 9 is because of your upbringing yourself.
I just always wanted 9 boys, but then my daughter kind of messed with the flow of that. But
You want 9 boys.
I wanted boys, so I felt like boys were easier. But when Jocelyn's kids actually came and lived when we were in Delaware, and I got to build a bond with my niece, I'm just like, dang, I want a girl. Like I don't know. I'm good with girls and boys. Potty training is different for boys. Lord Jesus.
Any of your kids any of your boys teenagers?
No, oldest is 11.
I
don't even want to know why you're laughing. I don't even.
But speaking of potty training,
Kayla, that voice.
What was that?
She going through it.
Girl,
Breathe, Kayla, breathe.
No, this morning, mind you, both of my sons were up at 2 o'clock in the morning. I'm half asleep, just got off from work. I went to go to the bathroom. I fell in the toilet. You did not put the toilet seat back down.
I just hope you watch the movie.
Watch. That sounds like it's your problem. You better.
Lord.
Yeah,
Jocelyn,
girls are
you have an
definitely
answer,
easier
didn't
to potty train.
Huh?
Jocelyn, didn't you have an answer on how you parent different?
Oh, so I was the first one to have kids. My kids are 10, 8, and 6. I had all 3 of mine before any of the other kids were born. And for me, I parent a lot different than parents do. I wouldn't say that I'm a strict parent, but I also say that I'm a parent. I'm not a friend. There's a lot of judgment when it came to me parenting my oldest son, because my oldest son went to stay with my parents when I was deployed. So, like for instance, I don't allow anyone to whip my kids. Anyone, like mom, dad, auntie, like nah. I'm the only person that whoops my children. And my parents had a problem with that. That's cool. Stay over there. I am very hands-on with my children. Where I have quit a few jobs because I am very present. Like if you about to say your ABCs in front of the whole class, I'm going to be there. Like yes, I'm going to be there.
Leah know how I am about that. I love that. Go ahead.
Because here's the thing. At the end of the day, the kids aren't going to remember how much money you made, what you were able to buy them. They're going to remember when you were there, when you weren't. More so when you weren't there. So whatever, like I miss my oldest son walking, taking his
first steps.
Yes, his strides. Yes. So for me, it cut me deep because I'm just like, dang, one of the first, and I'm just like his first birthday, I was like, I'm not there.
He ain't
So
gonna
it's
remember
like,
that. I can tell you that right now.
well, I know he's
You
not
gonna
gonna
remember that. You gonna remember that. Man, until you
I
get
know
about
he's not
4.
gonna remember that, but for me, it's more so I want to make sure that I'm there every event, so that as they grow older, they have those memories of, they ain't gonna say, "Daddy wasn't there to change my underwear." Like they not
I
gonna
was just
sing
about to
that
start
song.
singing that song too. Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, they not gonna sing. They're not gonna sing that song. So for me, that's why I say I parent a little differently, where I make it my business. Now, like I said, no, nothing against my parents. Everything is just prioritized for me, centered around them.
See,
And
Jedi,
why are
I
you
can't
making those
stand
faces?
you.
What are you
Cause
talking
I'm
about?
making the same face. I was like, when she started, I was like, no, baby. Like, it's nothing against them, but I can tell why you stated why you were doing it at the beginning, like before when we started this. When you feel like the middle child and getting the attention, and so you make sure, because I'm the same way. So don't feel bad, okay? And you shouldn't, because I'm probably gonna overly love my kids whenever I have some. I used to be the last kid if I was picked up at school. I used to be the kid that was forgotten, that my parents pick up, like, I forgot I was going to pick you up today, baby.
Rachel.
Rachel.
Oh, excuse me.
You bringing us some bitter memories for Rachel. Rachel
you
was
was that?
left.
You was that? Oh my.
I got left twice. I got left at a restaurant and I got left at the house.
Hey, that's some stuff you don't forget. Once again, then I tell you, when the alcohol go, I'm like, I don't start crying on here. But man, hey, I didn't have any siblings. I'm just like, what you doing? Like, I'm like, and when I went to a white school, predominantly white school, and they're like, something wrong at home? I'm asking all them damn questions. You know, that's like a teacher. You know, you don't talk. What goes on in the house, stay inside.
Stays in the house. Oh,
Right.
So with this family of love, I come from a Johnson family as well, and it's like, what are some of the things that and let's say, because we talked about some, and welcome back, Riva. We talked about parenting a little bit. I know would you like to add a little bit about parenting? What is something that what you do with your kids now that you may have done differently before? How you were raised, or do you?
You know what? Honestly, I think I may have a little bit. My discipline may be a little bit different. However, I feel because it's 2020, it's a lot of things that are going on right now. I'm still trying to formulate how I am going to parent, because I have a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So, because I'm the type of parent that is a little bit uneasy with the outside, if that makes sense. So, I just think for right now, I know my discipline may be a little bit different. But for anything else, I'm not too sure.
None of that made sense.
Hold on. Once again, I'm gonna say this real quickly. Jendai, please stay out of my Leah, is that how I act? Like, cause she right when I want to make the face. See, I've worked on my stuff.
Yes.
And as soon as I'm thinking, her face is like pinpoint exactly what I want to do. And I'm like, okay, I'm not. So I would say this. Jocelyn and Jendai, yeah, you need to talk to both of them. Well, you can talk to any of your siblings, I would say. But I see they got two positive, but two different way of parenting their kids. You understand? That's how I look at it. Because both of them could be positive. And that's a good thing about having a village y'all have here. Okay.
Right.
It's like y'all really can have an understanding one another. Because once again, I've done CPS, but I don't have kids myself. But I'm like, I may be a little bit of Jendai, and I'm gonna be a little bit of Jocelyn. I may be a whole lot of Kayla. Like, I ain't gonna fall in the toilet, but a little bit of Rachel. I'm like one of them things, but because I don't know how you do it. And if you don't know how, once again, you talking about you figuring out at 2 and 4, you just get some books. I'm telling you.
No, what? Okay, so what I heard was, I think you asked me. Well, maybe I didn't hear it right correctly. You said, "Is my parenting going to be the same as my parents?" Is that what you asked me?
Or are you going to take on some of the things they've done before with y'all, or you're going to try your new age way, a new thing? You know?
Yeah. No, I'm saying as far as I said that my style may be a little bit different, but I have this.
Oh, a spoon. Oh, that's cute.
He said that's cute.
Hold on. Are you scared of it though?
No,
Yeah, you might throw that away.
This is where I'm coming from.
Are they allowed to hold it?
I think because of things that are happening, because we're all raising, African children of color. I more so would rather, not saying that my parents did not, but I would rather discipline my children in the home before the world has to discipline them.
Raised the same way, baby.
Did you say African children of color? Is that what you just said?
African American children of color.
You know what she said, Leah. Leave her alone.
Hell. African children of color. That is a new one. I didn't.
See, we're not gonna do this right now, Leah.
You know what?
I understand where you're coming from, because that was one.
Did that answer your question?
Yes, it did answer my question.
Okay.
It answered my question, Jendai. It answered my question. Okay.
You said a lot of words, but I didn't understand.
I understood
something about outside,
but if you let them hold that spoon, it's a wrap. If you if they don't respect that spoon, you might as well go find something else. See that right now. But it's one of the aspects of. I want to get onto the love part. You know, what are some positive things that y'all have done for each other?
Rachel and Kayla didn't go. They have kids.
I thought they both went. Oh, hey, baby. Oh my gosh, she looked just like y'all.
Hey, Lele.
For real. That's a Johnson baby right there. So what are some positive things that y'all have done for yourself, like for each other in the past, that you can sit back and look and like, man, that was something they didn't have to do for me other than helping each other out with their homework, that, you know, well, papers count, but it's something like, hey, you know, that was a big thing that I appreciate my sibling for.
Childcare.
Hey, it's for real, man. Some people don't watch each other kids.
Yeah. What my sisters and I used to do. Well, I don't know. Well, Kayla, do you mind if I share?
My bad. Go ahead.
Okay, so for the world knows, Kayla and I, we roommates together right now. So, we used to literally live 2 minutes away from Jocelyn. So we used to do stuff like, hey, I'm making X, Y, and Z. Do you want me to make an extra pan? Or come get it while it's good. So we would like just drop what we doing and go next door to go get it. Or we'll be at the grocery store. Do you need X, Y, and Z? It's just more of like a support system. So like we have our own village, to say. Even when we were younger, you know, I think I was one of the oldest ones that had my first car. So I used to go, you know, pick them up from school, or when they didn't really want to go to school.
We thank you for the notes, Tamara. Thank you. We appreciate it.
Oh yeah. So me, I was coming from this frame of mind of.
Except when we got a dog.
When I say they went from slugs to hugs, isn't that beautiful? Like.
Or when Jocelyn, I wasn't there. She sent that pizza when she was in a different state. We support you. Somebody called Jocelyn because they was hungry, and she called and sent somebody a pizza. But I think that we also appreciate the fact now that we're older, we can get on the phone and talk, you know, text message, Zoom, play games. Some of us had to really reintroduce ourselves to one another because we are now adults. It's different from when you were a young child, because some of us, we may still see the other ones as like our little sister, our younger sibling. Mm-hmm. So it's just getting used to thinking like, hey, my sibling is an adult, you know, now they're not like a kid, you know, X, Y, and Z. So
absolutely understand.
Mm-hmm. I will say that especially during this quarantine, it has been heavy on on me to feel as close as I can to my siblings. So my sister is like, it started with Sean, where she started hosting happy hours every few days and game nights, and then we started having like a sister game night. We just recently did a Jeopardy one, which was really fun to get on. And now in recent years, like I think there was a conversation around, like, Sean was like, I said, well, no, I don't really come over, or ask to come over, because I didn't think the invitation was there. She was like, you can absolutely come to my house, because she's like 3 hours away from me. And so us like having built that bond over the last year, even during the quarantine, has been great. With Tamara just talking about different ideas for business ventures and her YouTube page, and just being a mother to her kids and stuff like that. Jocelyn and I start talking a lot, like so much, when we shared a room together. So then when she was in Korea, 17 hours ahead, I think, I will always call her with the captain's log of what happened in the house. Be like, captain's log, day 427. And I would just leave her a long voicemail of like what happened, what she missed, so she stay abreast. And like even then, like we still talk almost every day. Like if I don't hear from her that day, like something's wrong. And so check with the kids. Hey, is your mom still good? Yeah, okay, cool. All right, we good. She was just tired. Even with Janai, and just talking about the way we see things and the way we conceptualize things, the way we move through things. Because Janai and I come from different sides of the spectrum when it comes to conflict resolution. And so a lot of times I can talk about how I want to resolve it, and she comes from an aspect of how she wants to do it. And so that really helps in broadening my perspective. With Rachel, we have reconnected as adults, because even through last year, I think we were still in that child phase of relationship. And so as adults, and we've reconnected where Rachel is more reserved and I'm more extroverted. So I may say whatever I say, and you just gonna have to deal with however I say it. But I know that I can't talk to everyone like that. And we have come to a compromise where she understands that even though I may get passionate about some things, it's not mean spirited towards her. And I feel like, even though I may want to resolve something, if she needs space, like I have to respect that she wants space and doesn't want to talk about it right now. And then Kayla and I, we have, even though we talk genuinely almost every day, and when I say we talk every day, just like Jocelyn, it's like 14 different times. Like you'll see on my call log, we talk all the time. It's like me, Kayla, Jocelyn, all the time. And even in doing this part of the business where we're podcasting together, her doing the digital work and social media, we have really grown, and she's really grown a lot, is starting like really advocating for herself and really speaking up for herself more, learning how to say no, learning how to, I don't want to do that, or I really want to grow in this, or whatever the case may be. So really, everybody's writing this down now. So I think that this quarantine was set up so that we could just be successful as a group. But I have really appreciated, building individual relationships. So if one of them calls, say, hey, most likely Jocelyn, hey, I want some Chinese food. And we're able to like send it over. Let me go ahead and DoorDash you some food. Or like this year, we've been able to all the sisters have come together. This was probably the first year that we've done it. Come together over over each person's birthday and do something nice as a family, as sisters, for each person's birthday to make them feel special. And so I think that that has been the highlight of this. Definitely been the highlight of this year.
Wow, I love it. I love all that. I know it just came from Leah, but but everything's been said is y'all need to understand and appreciate all that. I want y'all to know that, like, because, and I said that I know it'd be a lot, and somehow I figured I would love to do it if y'all, because this is y'all. But come on, everything culture, because I even think about how would I do this for all y'all at the same time, but we were able to do it tonight. But like the Johnson girls, I'm gonna call y'all that, so just get ready. Because that's what my aunts were called, the Johnson girls. So I had my mother, the twins, and two more of them older, and they used to talk every single day. They had great relationships, and not to make this sad, but I'm gonna say I think it's necessary because I've seen all of them pass. Not all of them. I got two more left. Okay, and my mother was the first one to pass, but to see how their relationships and their feelings towards one another and it going away, and now they're in their 70s, and it's like, man. And that's why I'm so hard on the rest of my younger cousins and nephews and nieces. Like, y'all didn't see these great women when I was coming up. So this is what y'all kids gonna be, because y'all, I don't think I empathize with so many different people. But y'all, like, I know Shonda and Leah, you don't have kiddos yet, but I'm telling you, like, they know. I don't know if they call you Auntie Shonda or Auntie Leah, or whatever the case may be, but they're going to remember every single one of y'all. Okay, and y'all leaving a legacy behind. So y'all make sure and y'all support one another. These kids will see that. Once again, my cousins and my nephew, we saw a lot of stuff, but we also saw that support, that love. Like what I'm telling y'all right now, I remember seeing them on the phone, calling each other, letting each other, they stay with each other, roommates for a bit, and it was it was a lot more drama than what y'all talk about right now, but they still love each other. So this is a beautiful thing. This is a great blessing that and God is there. This is something that that's why I said when I was talking to y'all Thursday and I was talking to your father, I'm like, man, this is awesome. This is, you don't see this, like, because especially come from the professional spectrum I come from with social work. This is like a win, and I even talked to the boys. If y'all want to shout out y'all handles and how we can find y'all on social media, if you have any businesses, like, where can we find y'all?
So I'll go first. My YouTube is really TTREALLY, capital T, capital T. I'm new on YouTube, still working on my content. My sisters are my biggest supporters on there.
Welcome.
They make sure that they're really good at supporting me. I just invested in a camera, so I'm
Hallelujah.
You got your ring light yet?
for that. And I'm also working on a nonprofit business plan, and I'm working on a children's series with Taylor as well.
Love it.
So that's it.
Okay. Shonda, you got anything for us?
You can catch me in the comments of
Hey, we rock with you.
Love you in the comments, Sean.
Okay. Jocelyn?
I'm very.
Are you asleep?
Person.
What?
I'm a very discreet person.
Discreet. She in.
So don't tag me in this, okay?
Don't tag you in this, girl. You about to get all the tags.
You owe somebody some money.
Hey.
When people start knocking at your door, it didn't come from Taylor's face.
Somebody knocking at your door.
Jendai.
You can find me on Instagram. I have a page, daily_dose_Deriska, DERISCA. It's just daily doses of love because there's too much hate going on in the world. So we're trying to change that. some black love, happy marriages. Thank you. That's daily_dose_Deriska on Instagram.
Just followed.
Thank you.
Oh, she got 3 books out, y'all. Go ahead, support that.
Tell us about it.
On Amazon, right?
Amazon.
I'm gonna get one of them for sure.
Okay.
For sure. Rachel?
I personally don't have anything going on, but for my daughters, I do have them an Instagram page. It is _Denny_girls. I just got my oldest into a modeling agency out in San Francisco. So she just did her photo shoot on Thursday. So just be on the lookout in an Old Navy ad or one of the kids' ads somewhere. But yeah, that's currently brewing at the moment.
Okay. Now, once again, I like y'all snapping. KK, Kayla, what you got for us?
You can find my Instagram, The Buyer's Journey. Basically, my journey as well as Daniel's journey with being on the spectrum of autism and nonverbal. So we're just living day by day, and really all that's where we at. The Buyer's Journey, the THE Buyers via boy YERS journey. Y'all can fill that up too. It's on Instagram.
Okay, I'm gonna need you to. I'm gonna have to find that later.
Take the U out of
you.
it.
I'll send it to you.
Thank you. Send me all of them. Okay. And Leah.
So you can always find us Take Up Space Pod, Take Up Space POD, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. And on YouTube, Champions of Discourse, which is our parent company, which is a public speaking consultant. We are now, you can sign up for free group consultations on Tuesdays and Saturdays for your public speaking needs. So just be sure to follow, tune in, Champions of Discourse as well on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.
All right, love it.
We support you. Where's the papers at, y'all?
Their mere presence is supporting. Their mere presence.
And should I throw my stuff out there? Or is
Yes.
Once again, it's Mr. D713 or Drake with Everythang Culture. Our podcast is all about bringing people together with backgrounds, traditions, beliefs, so we can start understanding one another, so we can start loving one another. It's enough hate out here already. Shout out this Jendai, exactly our goal that we have. So once again, if you would like to come on, just have a discussion with us, chop it up, what I would say, and talk about music, talk about life, talk about childhood, talk about your upbringing. This is all about that. So once again, I would like to thank, once again, Leah directly, Kayla, Rachel, Jendai, Jocelyn, Riva, Shonda. All this is a great feeling. We support you. Y'all continue to support us, and we continue to grow, and especially Jocelyn.
The street person who doesn't want to give out any handles. Support me.
Exactly. She may need that support. She need protection. So, I'll say a silent prayer for y'all later tonight. But it's just something that's great. So I want to say thank you all from Take Up Space, from Everything Culture, from Champions of Discourse for being here or listening to us or watching us, and God bless. Peace.
God
bless.
Thank you.
See y'all later.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.